Friends, this is Ruben Obed, and I'm bringing the episode 52 of the Ruben Obed Show. This video is going to be a little bit different because this video is actually directed to a YouTube user that goes by the name of IHVINNY. First of all, I want to, recap. I've done about two episodes regarding atheists and Christians and whatnot. And a YouTube user by the name of IHVINNY has engaged in a conversation and dialogue with me, which I really, really do appreciate. And I really value, your feedback on on the conversation in the comments. There are certain things that I may agree that that I may agree with, certain things that I may not agree with, but overall I felt that the dialogue and the conversation was kept civil, even though these are heated conversations sometimes. But I appreciate the dialogue, and I wanted to do this public because typing away, it's a little sometimes it's a little cumbersome. But IHVINNY sent me a video, and because let me just recap. Basically, I had the argument of saying, well, look, if you don't believe in God, then it's like, why atheists are always attacking God. If it were a Smurf, you wouldn't be attacking the Smurfs. And then he proceeded and sent me a video about how atheists have heard this argument before, and there was a comparison to Voltron, and basically to top this all off, the whole entire the video that they sent me was about how they are against the whole God movement because of being attacked, because they say that Christians are, pushing towards laws that go against their atheist beliefs, that Christians are basically pushing their agenda into their eyes, and basically they're saying no. Well, look, I saw the video, and and surprisingly, listen to what I'm going to tell you, IHVINNY. I agree with that video. I mean, you didn't expect that, right? Now, this is what I'm saying to you, okay? I know that many Christians criticize gays. I know that many Christians want to stick the Bible in the eyes and the nose and mouth of everybody. I know that. I know that there are laws. Me personally, as a Christian, because I am a Christian, all right? I am not in favor, and I've said this publicly, I am not in favor of prayer in church. Because if you have prayer in church, Christian prayer in church, you have to allow satanic prayer in church. You have to allow Buddhist prayer in church. Therefore, I truly believe in the separation of church and state. Now, my problem is this, and I'm going to tell you. The Christianity that has pushed and pressured and scolded homosexuals and rubbed religion in their face, that's not the God I know. That's not the Jesus Christ that I know, because Jesus Christ did not do that. Jesus Christ loved everybody. Jesus Christ forgave people. Jesus Christ healed people. Jesus Christ respected you and said you have free will to choose what you want. That is the gospel of Jesus Christ. And it is not my fault that many false Christians throughout the years, throughout the decades, have taken on an adulterated version of Christianity. That is not my fault. And like I said in my first initial video, which was, I believe, episode 45, if you look it up, I said this before and I say this again, all right? A lot of Christians have created atheists, a lot of them, because they're not preaching Jesus. They're preaching religion. And I want the atheists to understand that Jesus and religion are two very different things. Okay? Two very different things. When the woman was caught in adultery, Jesus did not bash her and say, you're a loser, you're a whore, no. He said, Ye who is without sin, cast the first stone. So if Christians have not followed the teachings of Jesus, if Christians have failed to emulate the reality of what the true gospel of Jesus Christ is, then I feel sorry about that. I really do. But that's not Jesus, you know? Jesus, none of the things that atheists accuse Christians of, Jesus did. None. Jesus came to bring love. And if I talk to any atheist, we have to, unless you're some evil son of a bitch, but we have to agree that love is real. Love is not something tangible that you can feel. Love is not something that you can see with your eyes, but you know what? You can feel it. You can carry it. You can hold it. You can remember love. You can express it. You can share it. And God is love. So atheists want to say that God doesn't exist. God is love. So you're going to tell me that love doesn't exist? You know? This whole conversation, this isn't about me trying to get you to believe in Jesus. This isn't about you trying to get me to be atheist. This is about establishing a level of respect between both sides, you know, and me acknowledging that a lot of what people deem Christianity is not the teachings of Jesus, you know. So don't blame Jesus, don't blame true Christianity to the bad shit that a lot of false Christians have done, you know, either out of ignorance, either out of tradition, either whatever the case may be, you know, because nobody is perfect. No religion is perfect. Only God is perfect. God's love is perfect. God's love does not fail. Even atheists believe in love. Okay? So I don't want to, you know, this to come across as if I'm in solidarity with the atheists, because I'm not. I believe in Jesus Christ as Lord. And I want to get that clear. I believe in Jesus Christ as Lord. I believe that Jesus Christ died for my sins. And when I die, I'll go to heaven because I accepted his sacrifice, because he cleansed me of my sin. That's what I believe. If an atheist doesn't believe that, that's their business. That's the way to go to heaven. You accept Jesus Christ, point blank. That's it. Nothing else, you know. Nothing about judgment and pointing the finger and none of that. All right. Now, one thing that we can agree with is love, you know, and that is where we should start to focus these things, you know. Now, what's going on here is that even if atheists have a valid point, even if, I cannot be on your side, because in life there are two things. There's a war, and there's the enemy, and then there's the other side. And in life, you got to pick a side. And even though many of the people in my Christian faith, many have failed in in various aspects, even with their imperfection, my solidarity is with Christianity. And we'll work out the kinks in our religion. We'll work that out, you know, but my solidarity is with Christianity. So in a war between me and an atheist, the atheist is going down. I'm going to hit him hard. I'm sorry. Even though I might understand your point, even though to a certain degree, maybe the side of Christianity has flaws and have made certain mistakes, but in a battle between both sides, I picked my side. I'm a Christian. I will go against any atheist. But I do understand your point. I do understand your points. I understand your logic. I understand it, you know? Because one thing about atheists that I can say, yeah, they're very, very logical people. They're logical in a lot of aspects, and they want evidence and they want proof. But when you're talking about stuff regarding God, regarding faith, faith is the absence of proof. That's faith, you know? So, and in the middle of all of that, in the middle of all these conversations, and in the middle of all the errors that maybe Christianity has made amongst the decades, but yet, when you look into the past, who are the ones helping out in catastrophes? Who are the ones opening up orphanages? You see the nuns, they open up orphanages. The church has always been there to help people, even with its flaws. Because Jesus said clearly, you will know them by their fruits. So now, who am I going to be in solidarity with? Well, where I see the fruits. And I see the fruits in Christianity. I see the fruits. I see the missionaries going out there and sometimes dying in other nations. I see them, you know. And part of the argument on there with that guy from YouTube was that he was saying, oh, that atheists, you know, they do have charitable causes and whatnot, and he posted up one or two atheist charity organizations, which I told him, you know what, well, I'm happy that they are there, but I've never heard them on mainstream television. I've never seen a movement. You know, when I was here in Puerto Rico, you know, during the hurricane, I didn't see an atheist movement, you know, promoting and bringing food. I didn't see it. If there was one, which he posted one in particular that claims that they donated money to the cause of Puerto Rico, which I don't doubt. You know, I because you don't have to be a Christian to do a good deed. So I am well aware of that, and I don't doubt that an atheist, a group of atheists may have, you know, joined in solidarity to help out, and power to them. But the reality is that the ones who have shined throughout the decades, throughout the years, who have been the forefront in the fight against, you know, poverty and hunger and illness, and has been Christians, and you cannot deny that. You cannot. It's impossible to deny the fact that faith-based organizations have been there and made the difference, and they continue to make the difference, you know, out of love. Even if they've made mistakes, even if they've been judgmental, even if. But you know what? Like Jesus said, you will know them by their fruits. And in life, you got to pick a side. You got to pick a side. So I say this to Christians, you know, once again, and I said that in previous video, and I'm going to say it once again. Jesus Christ gives us free will to choose to follow him, and free will to not follow him, you know. And we all need to respect each other in this world. I don't agree with this guy from YouTube, IHVINNY. I don't agree with him, but I understand his points. And I respect him enough to say, you know what? I understand that you do have some valid arguments, but I pick my side, you know? I picked my side. And he clearly has picked his side, you know? And we have to coexist in this world. We have to, you know, because he's there and I'm here. And there's certain things that I will agree with him, you know. But in the overall, I got to stick with my side, you know. So that's basically, you know, the message that I want to bring. But once again, I want to thank IHVINNY for his comments on the YouTube channel. I appreciate them. I appreciate you taking the time to send me the videos, which I did watch. Okay, and the websites that you sent me, I did go into them. You know, it's just the problem is sometimes for some reason you send some stuff on YouTube and it's filtered. It goes into another album, and then it says review, and then I gotta approve it. So sometimes it becomes a little cumbersome to do that. But I did get to see it, and I understand your points, man. I've always understand the points, and I'm well aware of the flaws that many people, that call themselves Christians. I believe that, but the truth is, this isn't about a religion. This is about Jesus Christ and following the teachings of Jesus, and Jesus would not have shunned a homosexual. Jesus would never turned the back on the leper. Jesus never, did many of the things that you atheists accuse Christians of. If Christianity as a religion has failed you, it might be true, but Jesus and his teachings did not fail you. People failed you. Religion failed you. Wrong interpretation of scripture failed you, atheists. But it wasn't Jesus. And that's who I worship. Jesus died for me. How can I not respect Jesus? He died for me so that I could live forever, so I could go to heaven. And if an atheist doesn't believe in heaven, that's fine, But I don't want people to equate Christianity, the religion, and the teachings of Jesus. The Christianity has been adulterated a lot by many false ministers preaching the wrong word, preaching, they become preaching fanatics. They become very similar to the people from the Islamic faith, from the people who follow Islam and the Quran. I'm telling you, I understand that. So I can understand. I really, really, if anybody understands, it's me, because I'm not in agreement with it. I'm not in agreement with how many Christians are acting. But once again, I'm saying I follow the teachings of Jesus Christ, Jesus. If Jesus didn't do it, I'm not going to do it. If Jesus didn't hate the gays, I don't hate the gays. If Jesus didn't do this, I follow Jesus. Jesus is the example to follow. Religion and tradition go hand in hand. Religion and tradition go hand in hand. And in tradition was slavery. In tradition, religion crucified Jesus Christ. Religion. Just remember that. So don't equate what people want to promote as Christianity, because a lot of times they're failing. And their failure have created many hurt people and have created many atheists. So, all right. Hope you guys understood this message. Leave your comments down below. Ruben Obet. And you guys have a good night. It's over here 1:37 in the morning, so I think I better get some shut-eye. But take care. God bless. And thank you once again to IHVINNY for his comments and for, keeping that debate under control, no disrespect. And it was cool. It was cool. And, more power to you. Like I said, man, there are good atheists. There are decent people, and I have no doubt about that. So, peace. Have a nice night.